staying in the status quo, you have to just decide, is this what you really want to do? Whatever that is for you. So I'm going to say whether it is, maybe it's health. Maybe there's the real need to change some health habits. Maybe it needs exercise. You need exercise or better eating habits, or it's work, or it's relationship. At some point, you just have to decide and just draw a line in the sand. And it really can be going to bed one night and saying, when I get up in the morning, it's different. And it can be different. That's how I ended up in Texas. It was like, I'm moving to Texas now.
Hey everyone, this is Becky.
And I'm Angie.
And welcome to Real Talk with Becky and Angie.
It can be that easy. And it also can take time. Sometimes it's putting things into place. It's structuring things. You talked about how you got into coaching, and this thing led to that thing, to that thing. But it's, if you want it, allow yourself to explore it. First, just explore it. What if? What if things could be different?
And don't over explore it though. No, there's that, okay, I'm still working on the research. I'm still doing the research. You can over research. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Well, look at it from 15 different angles. Okay. This could happen. This could happen, or this could happen, or this could happen. Or you could just jump and do it. Just jump and do it and make it happen. Don't think about it. And the thing about, I know I've been there before. Like, what if I fail? What if I fail? God, what if I fail? I'm going to be so embarrassed. I'm going to be so embarrassed. We know people who've opened businesses and they didn't make it. I know people. Mm-hmm. And how do I feel about them? I feel heartbroken. I feel like, oh my gosh, I know people who opened a business and it didn't work out, and they weren't in a lot of debt because of it. And my heart hurts for them. I don't look at them and go, oh, those people are real failures. I don't think that. Mm-hmm. So yet, why would we think that of ourselves? Mm-hmm. If we see people around us that what they jumped and it didn't work out for them, do we look at them and go, you are a failure? No. And if you do, you're a jerk. So don't do that.
Don't be a jerk.
Why would you do that for yourself? Mm-hmm. And it's this dumb thing that we have, or I have. We've talked about fear before, that some people just don't have it. Some people don't have the fear gene. God bless them. And it is that, oh my gosh, what if I fail? But what if you don't? What if you fly? Mm-hmm. What if you just completely knock it out of the park? Mm-hmm. And what does failure really mean? It just means you tried one way, try it another way.
These all sound so cliche, but they are so true. I want to kind of flip it around, what you said about when you feel someone's business doesn't make it and your heart hurts for them. And this sounds heartless when I say it this way, but I'm more like, you know what? You tried. You did the best you could, assuming they did the best they could, obviously, but you did the best you could. What's next? Let's do this. Let's get back, Mm-hmm. I'm more about hey, you tried that? Let's do something else. What is it going to take to get to another place? I am not. So the reason I say that is I never want someone to feel sorry for me. I do not want someone to feel sorry for me, or to be heartbroken for me, or to have, that's one of the things that I just don't want for me. So I don't go there for someone else. Be like, oh, that's so sad. Let me wallow. I'm not saying that you're wallowing or anything like that, but I don't go there for someone to say, oh, because okay, if there's people out there that are like, well, if I fail and I don't make it, people are going to feel sorry for me. And I don't want people to feel sorry for me any more than I want people to go, I know she couldn't do it, So, thing is, we talked about it before. People aren't really as invested in what you're doing as they are invested in themselves.
In themselves. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yes. 100%.
Don't worry about what other people think. And here's another bit of advice. Your loved ones, your family and friends are going to be the last people to support you generally. They just are. And I learned this a long time ago. It's not like, it's just a harsh reality and you can ask anybody. You can ask anybody who's done public speakers and things like that. The last person they just don't get the support from the people around them. And the reason is they feel like you don't need it. Does that make sense?
Right. Yes. Well, we're strong, confident women. She's got it. She doesn't need it. She doesn't need help. Yes.
Yeah. So Don't count on friends and family to be there. Now, that comes up in like network marketing stuff. We all go to our friends. I started network marketing my parents were in Amway.
Oh, that's
And so
right.
I've done like the Amway from back in the probably, I don't know, 70s. I'm just going to use 80s, the 80s. But it's your friends and family are not your first support. So if your family and friends are not necessarily on board and supporting and like, yay, you can do it,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you don't share that with them. Maybe it's just like, hey, this is what, just make that choice and make that decision and just do it. If you seek the
Mm-hmm.
advice from all the other people who have never done something like it, probably not the best people to seek advice from.
Or seeking approval, like,
Oh,
oh,
approval.
I need to have my friends and family approve for me to do this. And oftentimes, if they don't approve, it's not because they don't think you can. They just don't want to see you get hurt.
True.
It's like, oh, I just don't want you to get hurt. It's like that parent, don't swing on the swings too high because I don't want you to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because they don't love them. They just don't want them to get hurt. Whoops. So it's
They also,
the thing about network marketing in your friends and family, that was that sweet spot is once you got to their friends and family and then their friends and family, that was the sweet spot. That's like when your circle got really big and then you're like, yeah, now I'm making money.
yeah,
Now I'm making money.
that's one of the toughest things ever. Like network marketing, direct sales it's a tough business, tough way to go. I commend.
It's fun though. It's fun when it's good. When it's good. Boy, I had some parties that walked away. I'm like, dang, I need to reinvent myself.
Oh, I've had many of those days. So, my advice on this second act, or for me, my experiences, I am very much one that follows my gut. I don't seek approval from a lot of people. I've never been one to ask for permission. I'm always the, oh, by the way, I'm doing this or I did this, as long as it doesn't affect someone else. I
Mhm.
mean, let's be very clear on that. Um, and I follow my gut. And if I'm going to try something new, I'm going to try it. And I don't, if people, I don't care. I don't care. I just, I'm going to do me and do the best I can and try and figure it out. And I'm going to fail and I'm going to look stupid. And I'm going to step on my words. I'm going to, whatever. Okay. And we're going to move on. That's all. Keep trying something new, different, and enjoy life. I don't want to be the person who wonders, what if?
Right.
What if I would have done
Right.
that? What if
Yeah.
I don't know. So,
Yeah. Have fun. Have fun with it.
mm-hmm.
Have fun with it. I am 100% for that.
Be responsible. Make good choices.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make good choices.
Yeah. Well, even with my coaching business, I've had some failures. I
No,
had
Becky, come on.
last week. I told you I did a TikTok and nobody showed up. Nobody showed
Yeah,
up.
that's tough.
Nobody.
That's tough.
And I was like, okay. Actually, I even did my masterclass. Nobody showed up. The week before I had people show up, but last week nobody showed up. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to do the masterclass anyways. I'm going to record it and I'm going to use it
Mm-hmm.
somewhere. And going through the motions, I'm telling my body, I'm telling my subconscious, this is working. This is working. The next time it's going to be better. The next time it's going to be better. If I gave up after nobody showed up, I'd I I don't know. I mean, I would have given up a long time
Mm-hmm.
ago. I've had clients midway of the 12 weeks together send me an email saying, I don't want to coach with you anymore. I had two clients do that to me.
And
And
you didn't quit?
they were like a couple of months apart. And I'm like, oh, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Yet I had five other clients who were like, yeah, I want to sign up with you again. So was something wrong with me? Could have been, could have been.
Mm-hmm.
And it was what it was. You're that line to success. You've seen that diagram is not this.
Yep.
It's this.
It's all
It's all
over the
around.
place. Yeah.
It's all over the
Mm-hmm.
place. You're gonna fall
Mm-hmm.
down. It's that again, another cliche, but it's about getting back up and how quickly you can get back up. And I think that's one of the great things about getting older is getting back up metaphorically speaking, faster. Although I'm
I
pretty
told you
healthy, I
I'm
get
okay with
up pretty fast.
medications.
Yeah, yeah. Falling down, making a
Hmm.
mistake, having a failure or a perceived
Hmm.
failure,
Something that didn't work out.
and yeah, and then being okay, that didn't work. All right, let's move on.
Hmm.
What didn't work there?
Hmm.
What worked? What didn't work? What's next? Let's move on. Tomorrow I've got lots of people signed up for my masterclass, and I'm setting the intention that I'm going to have 4 people enroll in my next group coaching program,
Nice.
and then I'm going to go on vacation and I'm going to be celebrating.
That's going to be awesome. That is
Yeah.
awesome. And for me, from what I'm doing right now with the Amazon lives, well, Poshmark lives, either one, I can see how many people are on the lives. I can see people coming and going. And
Mm-hmm.
so I could go into a whole like, oh my God, everybody's leaving. Or, there's all these different things that can be like, nobody's on here or nobody's chatting with me. I'm used to on Poshmark lives, it's very chatty. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, it's super chatty.
Yeah.
And then going over to Amazon lives, it's like, hello, is anyone there?
Yeah. Are you in
Yeah,
there?
it's like a little bit more validating, but I can see the numbers. I then get the stats. Now, at Poshmark, we don't get stats. We can't see how long somebody was on there and all these other things.
Mm.
So I can see on the back end and I can see I'm like, I'm making sales. I'm making sales. I've been doing this for 2 weeks. I don't know, 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. And I'm making sales. I'm doing something right. So
Those are
yeah, I
results.
have the results. Can I do things different, better? And, doing things like going live, like you're going TikTok live and doing those, they are scary. I don't care who you are.
Uh-huh.
I do enjoy doing lives, but it's still scary. And it's still, you're like putting yourself out there. And for me, this is what it is. So this last week, Thursday didn't go very well. I felt like I said, I was sitting and I felt like I was talking like
Mm-hmm.
this and it just was weird.
Mm-hmm.
So I completely reset for Friday morning. I felt more comfortable and it was just like I needed to do what was right for me. I needed to make it work for me and it felt better and it reflected on sales. So if it's not working, do something different.